We have something for all ages on Wednesday nights, and John heads up our CS boys and Carol Loft girls and rainbows, both of them. So I'm going to have Carol ladies before gentlemen.
And we start with the rainbows. It's the preschool girls and boys, ages 3, 4, until they go into kindergarten. Once they go into kindergarten, they go with CSB, CBS, whatever, Christian Service Brigade. Loft girls will go through our ministry. Like Pastor David was saying, equipping the saints, that's where we get the name Loft Girls. It's leading our future today. We need to start equipping them at a young age. We have our daisies, kindergarten girls. Prims is 1st and 2nd grade. Our stars is 3rd, 4th, 5th. And we also have teen ministries. Right now we have a lot of good leaders, but I need leader helpers. I've got this little thing about being a helper, being a leader. You're going to be watching and witnessing children one by one, taking their steps in their walk with Jesus. Sometimes these strides will be little, unsure shuffles. Other times they'll be giant leaps of faith. Whatever the size, you get to be right there with them, helping them, leading them, cheering them on, and you'll be blessed for this. So if any of you, even some of the teens, want to assist in classes, come back and see me, and we can sign up for the classes. We start Wednesday, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Thanks.
So we have the Christian Service Brigade on Wednesdays. It starts at 6:15 in room 107, and it runs through about the end of your classes at 8 o'clock. What is the Christian Service Brigade? What's it all about? Well, Christian's the first word in the phrase. Christian can be an adjective, but we don't look at it that way. We look at it as being a noun, because at the heart of the matter is these boys have to have a relationship with Christ. They can't have a relationship with Christ through their family or through their affiliation with the church or friends. They have to own it for themselves. So we stress that, and it's important. It's also about service. So service, I'm going to drop a quote from someone who's eminently quotable. The Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to offer his life as a ransom for many. We try to stress service to others. We have to get the order right, so it's important for kids to get to know that. It's God first, others second, and themselves in last place. It's a brigade. A brigade is a group. It's a military group. So we're in an army. We're in God's army, right? And we have to know our roles in that group. So it's important that you know what you're doing when you're supposed to do it. I'm a big fan of situational leadership. I think that at every point in everyone's life, you have a chance to be a leader. And you have to be ready for when the situation comes and taps you on the shoulder. And we try to stress that so that we can teach these boys to be leaders, because they will be called upon to be leaders as they get older, as they become teens, as they become young men, as they become, if they enter into marriage, as they end up having families. They have to be leaders. And so we try to help them to develop that ability. So that's what we're here for. We have a lot of activities. It's not just about the seriousness of it. We have a lot of games and activities and things for them to do. And those things help us, because the best laboratory that I've seen in this type of situation is a dodgeball game. If you don't think you'll run into every kind of situation in a dodgeball game that can be addressed from a Christian perspective, then you haven't watched one. So we have that opportunity, and we're co-laboring with you parents. So we're coming alongside of you. You're doing a great job teaching your kids. We're just there to reinforce it. How many of you know that as you were growing up, your parents may have said something and you didn't believe it until you heard someone else say it, and then it resonated? Someone has to validate it for some reason. But we're there to validate it. So whatever you're teaching that's good and godly and Christ-like, we're there to validate it for you. So again, 6:15 to 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights. Thank you.
Thanks, John and Carol. David? We